All right, we're good to go. Okay, so this is the new updated Liquidity Grab Trader. Liquidity Grab Trader. I'm going to run through some results. I've been having this run since midnight last night. So I put it on the live sim since midnight. We're going to run through the trades. I'm going to show you exactly what this thing does and how you can utilize it on all these different markets. So let's take a look at what the update is all about. So this is a strategy that members can utilize to trade all futures markets, stocks, currency, crypto, and I show the S&P in the live room. That's what we're looking at right now. So, but the biggest upgrade is the profit versus loss per trade. So instead of just using targets and break even and stop losses, we have a specific, I'll show you right here. We have a specific profit target and stop loss into the code. So just for purposes of example, and I'll show you, per profit target, this is one contract on the S&P since midnight. I'll show you all the trades that's been running on this, and I'll show you the results. The profit target is $100 right here, and the stop loss is also $100 right here also. That means per one contract that you trade, it's $100 profit target, and it will sell the position, and then it'll get you out of position on a closing basis of $100 stop loss. Now this is on a closing basis. This strategy is running on a closing basis. Calculate on bar close. So when it gets to $100 profit target, and if you hit it, it's going to sell you out, or if your stop loss is 100 and so on. You can change this to what you want. You can customize this to what you want. So if you want to change that to $100 stop loss per one contract and have $500 profit target to a 5-to-1 reward to risk, you can do that. If you wanted to do that, also totally up to you. Replay the first video. I will show you. This is a recap of the video on how it works. We'll be doing this in the live room with the traders because they'll be getting this updated strategy. The other thing with the strategy is I added start and stop times. I had this thing running around the clock, 24 hours. The stop ticks I have out to 1,000, target 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, break even off, because what it's going to do is going to look at your profit and stop loss total. It doesn't matter on your as far as your what you put in as a targets and the stops, unless you want while it's trying to get to the profit target and stop loss. If you want to put your first target at 4 ticks, second at 6 ticks, it will slowly take those off until you get the accumulation of $100 profit target or $100 stop loss. But like right now, you can tell there's a trade right now. You can see on a closing basis, this will be a stop loss, and here's your target down for a $100 profit target that the S&P is running right now. The short is short at 87, 85 and a quarter over here. So if it closes above the stop target, then it will get you out at stop loss. If not, it's going to go down and close you out at the $100 stop target, which is right here now trading on currently right now. Now see, it just got it out at 87, 83 and a half over the right. So you can do it on a tick-to-tick basis or a closing basis. I'm going to show you results on a closing basis. Now remember, guys, past results is not indicative of future results, but I'm going to show you how powerful this algo can be when you use a profit target and a stop loss target instead of just normal target 1 through 6 and stop ticks, your stop levels. It's a pretty neat algorithm now, because what we can do is it's only going to take trades with my zone trend. Now we know our zone trend, we back tested it for 30 years, and so we got the data as this being our best zone to trade. So this algo, the update, will not trade against zone trend. If zone trend is down, it's only shorting. You look at these are only shorts. If zone is up, then it's only going to buy. So it's not going to deviate from that. It's either going to sell or it's going to buy directly with the zone trend. So this will automatically come on your chart. So when you pull up a blank chart now, the cool thing about this updated Liquidity Grab Trader, LG2 I call it, is that, look at this, it's only going to go with zone trend. If zone trend is red, it's only taking shorts. 1, 2, 3, 4 back-to-back winners here just here since 11:30. Now, if it's green, it's going to take buys. So if I look at my green, right there, green, it got the first liquidity grab. It only took the buys. And if you look all through the session, red, short, green buy, green buy zone, red, green buy, green buy, green buy, green buy, green buy, green buy. You get the point. So if we look at it, so since midnight, let's take a look at the results on trading one contract with a $100 stop loss and a $100 profit target. So if I hit real time and I go into trades, remember, past performance is not indicative of future results, but I'm going to show you how this algorithm works. So these are all the trades since midnight. So if you look, this is 12:47 a.m. It took its first trade at 12:47 a.m. this morning. It took its first trade. So what you're going to see is now we're down into today. It's ran all these trades this morning on the S&P. We're looking at this type of results right now. We're at 27.50 on one contract with a $100 stop loss on a closing basis and a $100 profit target on a closing basis. So this is the new updated algo that members will now get. The cool thing about this algo is this, and just don't look at these numbers specifically. This is on one contract. You know, obviously, you know, this is educational software, and we want to make sure, you know, we're not saying, hey, this is something where it's going to work every day of 27.50. No, that's not it. You know, we are showing you educational software that past performance is not guaranteed of future results, but we're showing this as for one reason. To educate traders, if you get your trend right and you get the zone right, these are the type of trades that we can look to get out of the algo, right? So if you look at our zone trend, if it's red, only shorts were taken. If it's green, only buys are taken. So that's one of the biggest upgrades that we've done. Consequently, if we look at the strategy, and I go into strategy, this is another big upgrade, the profit and stop loss per contract. Now what you can do is that's a one-to-one reward, risk reward. Those are type of results just on one contract. You can go up to as many contracts as you like. We have up to 6 on this strategy. But this is a way for you to contain risk if you're looking for just a $100 stop loss. Now this would be on a closing basis, the $100, so it can deviate a little bit from that based upon it's a closing basis of the candle. If you want it to be right around at 100, you can go on a tick-by-tick basis. I have it calculating on bar close. So you'll notice when these will take a buy, you'll get a buy or sell on this strategy. Your stop will come in like that, like chart trader will be a red line. Every trade will come up automatically. So that's your $100 stop loss. It'll be red. And then there'll be a blue profit target. I have $100 built in, so it'll be a blue line that pops up when the trade comes up. Like this, it was at that level. A blue line will come up. Now you can adjust your trailing stop loss, which is cool about this. Here, there it is right here, so I'd have to show it. So right now it's short at 85. So if you did a tick-by-tick basis, it got you out on the tick. It's waiting for a bar close. There, bar closed. So now you're out. So it just got another winner right there. So you can see those candles, if you want to rewind that came up, I mean those horizontal lines, you can adjust those. So you can drag and click that stop line to wherever you want it. In other words, let's say you want a $100 stop loss per one contract, right? And you want a $500 potential $500, a 5-to-1 reward to risk. You can keep the $500 in the strategy, so that will put your target down under a blue line. It will go where the $500 is at, and then you can click and drag as this trails. So you can do that. So if you use it on a closing basis, let me show you this also. It's important to know. So hit real time. We'll look at the trades. I just ran another trade here a second ago. So we'll look at the trades. So if you look at these trades, $100, 87, 125, 125, 100, they're not exactly right at 100, right? Stop loss 250, 200, 250, so on, because it's on a closing basis, right? So if you want it to be really close to the $100 per one contract, you can go on a tick by tick basis and calculate on tick close instead of calculating on bar close. I like the bar close because when it's trying to get liquidity grabs, I like to give a little breathing room. So this is great information for you to know. So this is a type of action that's had today since midnight. You can see I turned it on right there. Like I said, at 12:47 was your first trade AM. We're running this real-time sim here today. So, and that's what it's produced so far as that goes, 28.50, just under 3. You know, and the cool thing about it is it's just with overall zone trend. If zone trend is red, it's looking for red only. I mean shorts only. If zone trend is green, it's looking for buys only. That's the biggest upgrade with the Liquidity Grab Trader 2. We're keeping on the right side of trend. So the next buy or sell setup, they'll look for a next sell setup, and I'll try to get short the market on the next retracement. And then, like I said, if a $100 stop loss, building the strategy with a $100 profit target per one contract. But you can change it under this strategy right here to whatever you want. So these ticks are irrelevant and these stop are relevant because it's looking at my total profit target and my total stop loss target, right? Now what you can do, and let's say you wanted the profit target to be out to 500 and your stop loss to be 100 per one contract or per two contracts. You can put your target 1 and target 2 at, let's say, 4 ticks on the first contract. It will sell it, and put your second target out to 1,000 ticks, and then it'll try to get to that 500 stop loss profit target, and you can go break even +1 after your first target. So you can use it that way also. You can use the targets in conjunction with trying to get your ultimate profit target and your stop loss trade. Okay, so this is called the new Liquidity Grab 2 going out to traders. And this will be for members in the trading room as an add-on. You guys all wanted these bells and whistles. It's done well with the Liquidity Grab Trader. Now we don't have to turn it on and off with trend. If the market's trending and we're red, and we're not in chop market and we're running, then you can turn it on and let it take the trade after trade after trade after trade. It will only take it with trend. Okay?